Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. In a second, I want you to give me 1 second. And I want everyone to do the attendance. Give me 1 second. All right. So right now, I want everyone to go into the attendance class, a tab in the Google Classroom, and mark yourself here. Raynor Roberts is present. Muhammad Ali is present. Mary Smith is present. So I want everyone to do that now for me, please. I'll give you a second to do that. All right. So everyone should have done that by now. Did anyone have any problems with that? Raise your hand if you had any problems with that.
With the intended teacher?
With the attendance. Anyone have any problems with the attendance? No? All right, very good. I just want to say hello to everyone individually. Open your mics and greet me. so I can see everybody's microphone is working. So we'll start down my list here. Jada,
Yes,
hello, Jada. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Jude Ali, how are you?
Yes, I am fine.
Good, good. Jude Bagash, how are
Yes,
you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Very good, very good. Musab Fahad,
Yes,
how are you?
I am fine.
Good, good. Let me do this. Thanks about it. So that's Jada and Jude, Lee, and Jude, Gosh, and Musab Fahad. All right, Muhammad Ashuri. Muhammad,
Yes,
how are you?
I'm fine.
Having a good day?
Yes,
Good. All right. And then after Muhammad,
Teacher, sorry for an interrupting, but I have a question.
yes.
In attendance in Google Class, I have just two. One without any one number for hours, just July 25, and the second 25, 2 hours. What attendance?
Yeah, you don't
The
need,
first, the second.
don't do hour two yet. I'll tell you when to do hour two.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
All right. So I might as well say hello to you. How are you, Lubna?
How are you, Miss?
I'm well.
How are you, sir?
Call me,
Sorry.
call me Miss
Yeah, sorry. I mean a message.
Mrs.
Sir, sorry. Because in the university, all the teachers women, so I do that. Sir, how sir?
You see all that?
Also, I can do that.
Or you can,
What?
if you, or you can just call me doctor if you want.
Okay, doctor.
All right. All right. Let's see who's next. Kadai.
Yes, Kadi. Hi.
Kadi, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How about
Good.
you?
I'm very well. Thank you for asking. All right. And then we have the other M. The other M, which is Mossad, right? There's another Mossad. There's two Mossads, right? Mossad. Am I right? We got Mossad Fahad, and then we got Mossad, correct? Mossad, the purple MF. Mossad,
yes,
how are you?
I am fine.
Good. And what is your last name, Mossad?
It's me, Musa Fahad, and this because another
Oh,
account. Yes,
Oh, so you have two accounts. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, okay. True. All right. Tricking me there, man. All right. And then Mazen, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right. Having a good day today, Mazen?
Yes, thank you.
Good. All right. Let's see who else we have. Omar.
Yes, the teacher.
All right. You guys can either call me teacher, you can call me Ray, you can call me doctor, you can call me Dr. Ray, you can call me Mr. Ray, Mr. Roberts, call me, all right? Just don't call me she or miss. Okay, so you okay, Omar? Omar, are you okay?
Yes, teacher, I'm fine. Sorry.
Good, good. Uh-oh, here we go. Ragda. Ragda,
Yes,
how are you?
fine, thank you.
To answer your question, Jude, yes, you can find the recordings in the Google Classroom. So so at the bottom, they say there's a tab that says recordings, and that's where you can find the recorded sessions.
Okay, we're in the classroom. Can you show me?
Yeah, I'll show you in a second. Let me just go through the list here.
Thank you.
Shahad,
Yes,
how are you?
I'm fine. How about you?
I'm doing very well, doing very well. All right, let's see who else we have. That's 11. And then just gotta figure out who this last person is. Oh, this guy is Musab Adosari, right? Musab Adosari. Musab Adosari, right? I think his name's Musab Adosari. I have that right? The other person whose name is in Arabic. Is it Musab Adosari? Am I right or wrong?
Yes, you're right.
Musab Adosari, how are you? Make your mic, unmute your mic. Actually, I don't even think he has audio. He doesn't have audio on. Okay, I think he's having some audio issues because I don't see a icon. All right, let me answer Jude's question. So yes, I'm recording all sessions. So let me just go to the Google Classroom here. 1 second. All right, Jude. Are you looking, Jude?
Yes.
All right, so if you go into the classroom icon, on the top here, it says stream classroom people grades. You see that?
Yes.
Okay, if you click classwork, all right, so if you click classwork, you get this page and just scroll down to recordings from past sessions.
Okay.
Okay, all right,
Great.
all right,
Thank you.
all right. All right, looks like we have a new person here. Haneen,
Yes,
how are you? You weren't with us yesterday, were you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Were you with us yesterday?
Yeah,
You were here yesterday?
no, let's come.
Okay, so today is your first day?
Yes, it's first day.
All right. So are you logged into the Google Classroom?
I think that,
Okay. So we gotta, we'll walk you through it when we do the next attendance. What I want you to do is log into the Google Classroom. Let me open the
yes,
screen.
okay.
log into the Google Classroom so we can take your attendance. So when you get into the classroom, click the page that says classwork. Okay, and then scroll down to the attendance tab. You want to do this one here. It says attendance hour, should have said hour 1. Attendance hour 1. All right. And you just follow the instructions. So you're gonna go to attendance hour 1. Okay. Let's see. All right. So right now, only one person has done it. It looks like. No. Okay, one person will call it. Never mind. So just go down. So make sure you go down to attendance hour 1. Click on this link right here, and then answer the question, which would be your name is present. Just write that sentence. Okay. All right, Haneen.
Yes, okay.
Okay. And then for hour 2, when I tell you, you're going to do the same thing for hour 2 and then hour 3. Okay. All right. So everyone should do this. So for hour 1, make sure you click this link for hour 1. Okay. And answer the question. Same thing for hour 2. Okay. All right. What we're going to do today is, I understand that we have different English language abilities in this group. So it's very important that if you do not understand something, that you raise your hand. If the work is too hard for you, what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate you. I might separate you out into another group, into a breakout room, so I can give you a different activity to do that meets your level. All right. So initially, try to follow with us. If you can't follow with us, make sure you raise your hand or send me a private message with that says help something. All right, to let me know that you need some help. All right. So I want everyone to follow with me. If you don't understand, you can even interrupt. Speak in Arabic, and one of the students who knows English well, they will communicate with me what your issue is. All right. So if you're having an issue, just tell your friends in Arabic or message me, chat me, help, H-E-L-P, help. And then, or just tell one of your friends in Arabic that you don't understand, and they will communicate with me your problem. Can you say that for me, Jada, in Arabic?
Yes, okay. يقول اللي مو فاهم مرة أو عنده مشكلة يقول لنا إحنا وإحنا نقول له، فهو يشوف ممكن نقولكم لليفل تاني.
All right, thank you, Jada. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. As I said yesterday, I want to prepare you guys for university. And one of the, speaking is a challenge for some, but many of you speak English well. So what's going to be your biggest problem is reading comprehension and writing. Particularly writing is going to be very frustrating. And I'm here to tell you, do not be alarmed. Okay? Do not be alarmed. Why? Because writing is hard for everyone. I bet you probably have writing issues writing in Arabic also. All right. Writing is just hard. All right. So it's something that you're going to have to work on. And as I said yesterday, if you begin to read, you'll become a better writer. I would highly suggest, and I'm going to put this in the chat box, that you do Books, that you get a Books account. It's very cheap. And it's a website that has online books that has the words with it, so you can follow along if your English is low or you're having problems reading in English. So I just put that website there. Omar, can you say that in Arabic for me?
Yes, teacher. يقول بحط لكم في الشات رابط الموقع فيها كتب إنجليزية يمديكم تقرونها، اللي عنده مشاكل أو حاب يتعلم ويطور من مهاراته في القراءة وبس.
All right, thank you, Omar. Also, hold on, Omar. Also, I want you to say that.
Sorry, you mean we put this in the chat in the classroom, not here, not the Zoom.
Well, that books? No, that's just for your personal, if you do it in your free time. Outside
Yeah,
of
in the
this.
classroom, not here.
No, you could do it on your phone anywhere, anywhere. That
You
website.
put the link. I mean, you put the link in the classroom.
No,
Not
I just
in
put it there,
here,
but I
Zoom.
can add it. I can add it to the classroom if you want. I could do it right now. I'll
Yeah,
add
yes.
it to the.
Please do it, teacher.
Yeah, I'm gonna add it. I'll add it right now. And I'll put it under resources. All right. And I'll put a title for reading assistance. And I'll put it under resources. So it'll be under the resources tab in your Google Classroom. All right. Also, if we look at that tab, resources, and it's at the bottom. This is where that's the link I just put there, reading assistance. And then also read theory. I told you about that yesterday. All right. And then if your level is really low and you're really having problems understanding what I'm saying, you can use the study packs. It has a lot of resources for you. A lot of resources. I put all these resources for you, and you can practice those. And let me give you another site also. I'm going to add one more site while I'm thinking about it. And it's called Chomp Chomp. Chomp Chomp. And Chomp Chomp is a really good site. And that is for writing. So it has a lot of activities and PowerPoints for writing. So writing assistance. And anyone can use this. I want everyone to go on Chomp Chomp and use it this school year and next school year when you're having any problems preparing for a writing exam, English exam. Chomp Chomp will help you out. Okay, and that's also going to be in that resource tab. I just put it, I'm putting it right. Well, I'll put it as an assignment. I didn't even put it as assignment. It's material. So if you use this Google Classroom to your advantage, you will have an easy time in English class at the university this year. All right, just make sure you use this. I will not delete this classroom, this Google Classroom. You can go on here for years. As long as the links are still working, you can use this resource. All right. So now, if we go back, and I'm going to share my screen again. So if you go back to that classwork tab, and go all the way bottom to the bottom, resources. This is the one for Chomp Chomp. This is for writing assistance. All right. Delete that. All right. This is for reading assistance. This is for people who are having problems with reading. This is Read Theory that will test your reading comprehension. And this is for people who maybe have a lower level and it wants to do some English activities. All right. So these are really good resources to help you all throughout the school year this year. All right. Omar, can you say that in Arabic for me?
هذه المصادر اللي عنده مشاكل في الإنجليزي ويبغى يطور نفسه مثل القراءة وفي تدريبات وأشياء. هذه الريسورسز من جوجل كلاس.
All right. Thank you, Omar. All right, let's get the business. All right, where's my today we're gonna go over some basic English stuff that you need to know. So Lubna, you're a very smart woman. How many parts of speech are there in the English language, Lubna, you know?
Can you repeat, teacher, your question?
Do you know how many parts of speech there are in English, in the English language? How many parts of speech are there?
Yeah, 3.
3? No, not 3.
You mean teacher in grammar?
In grammar or just in the English language, how many parts of speech? 2 people raised their hand. I hope. Let's see.
Okay, maybe 4. I know 3, but you said it's not.
All right, Shahad, how many parts of speech are there?
5, noun, verb, adverb,
Not
pronouns.
5. You're on the right track, but it's more than 5. Regda, how many? Regda, how many parts of 8 parts of speech? Very good. So let's go over the parts of speech really quickly. So I'm going to share my I'm going to write on my whiteboard, okay? Does everyone see my whiteboard?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So there's one second. Why can't I write? Where is it? Oh. Okay. So there are 8 parts of speech. All right. Now, these are important because we use these in writing every day. We use these words. And Shahad, give me one, Shahad.
Noun,
Noun. And what are nouns?
pronouns,
No. Tell me what nouns are.
like name of people, animals,
People,
countries,
yeah,
material,
places,
food.
things. Very good. Very good.
Also couch, another things also, and
That goes under
days.
day. Yep. And then ideas. All right. So people. So people. So we are all people, right? So we're nouns. Places. Saudi Arabia is a place. So that's a noun. Thing. Shahad says like a couch, sofa. That's a noun. Ideas. Like happiness and sadness. or being angry. All right, these are ideas are also nouns. Okay. All right, somebody want to give me another part of speech? Anyone?
Miss,
Just so-
teacher,
Yes.
I want to answer. Verb,
Okay. Verb. And tell me what verbs are.
yeah. Describe the activities or
So
when you do something.
verbs are what? Verbs are action,
Yes.
right? Verbs are actions. Give me an example of a verb.
Eat, play, sleep.
Yep. Play,
Any verb,
sleep.
but without adding anything like
Talk.
ing or ed.
Okay. We'll talk about that later. So it's because playing is a verb also, depending on how it's used. All right. Depending on how it's used. All right. So you got play, sleep, talk, walk. Right? These are all verbs. Yes, Ragda.
Pronouns.
Pronouns.
We use
Uh-huh.
it
Give me-
to we use it
give
to
me-
replace nouns. Maybe.
Yep, they use to replace nouns. Give me
Yes,
an
like
example.
he,
Pronoun.
she,
He,
her,
she,
it,
it, uh-huh,
they,
they,
her, his,
her, his, we, right? So all those words we use to often replace a noun. So Jude
Yes.
Jude is talking, right? So I can also say what, Omar? If I'm using a pronoun.
he,
I can say, what was it? Can I say she is talking?
no, he.
He? Jude, are you male or female? Are you a girl or a boy?
Are you talking about Jude or Umar?
Oh, I was talking about Jude, but I asked Omar to speak, but he didn't say anything. All right. So yeah, she, Jude is a she, Jude is female. So we'll say she is talking. All right. Anyone else want to give me another part of speech? Shahad.
Article.
Article. Okay.
Like
What do
the.
where do articles fall under? We don't call them a part of speech. We call them something else.
Yeah.
They
The second.
fall under what? What part of speech do articles?
The second, not the first. No. In part of speech, we have to the first or the pronoun. لا, pronoun اللي هو the second like pronunciation article.
Okay, so let's talk about articles for a second. So articles fall under adjectives. Okay, and what Shahad was talking about, articles are words. What's a word? What's an article that's a word? Give me an article, Shahad.
The.
Right, okay, yeah, the, and what else? And, or what, a, right?
Yeah.
But there are that's one type of article. I mean, excuse me, that's one type of adjective. And then you have other adjectives. So what is an adjective? Anybody know what an adjective is?
Okay.
No, go ahead, Shahad. Go ahead. Go ahead, Shahad.
so اللي هو like مثلا on and
No, on it and
No.
there's something else. There's something else.
Yeah.
We'll talk about those in a second. But anybody know what an adjective does?
yes.
What do adjectives do? Go ahead and tell me.
Like teacher, adjective. Okay, it's describe. We have two, adjective and adverb.
Mhm. So what do adjectives do?
When you said, can you give example?
Sure, go and give an example.
Yes. Just a minute. I can't explain. I know it, but I can't.
Don't worry about it.
explain.
Okay, so now you're gonna be able to explain because I'm gonna tell you now. This adjective describes how. Well, let's do it this way. Adjectives describe nouns. Let's do it like that. That's the easiest way to. That's the easiest way to explain it. Adjectives describe nouns. For instance, red coat. What color was the coat? What color is the coat?
Red.
Red. So red is the adjective because it's describing the noun, which is what? Coat. Okay. Hungry hippo. Which word is the adjective?
Hungry.
Hungry, because it's describing what? The noun, hippo. Skinny. Skinny player. Which word is the adjective?
Skinny. Skinny.
Because player is the what? What is player?
Skinny.
Nouns.
The noun.
Person who play.
Yep. That's right. So skinny player. Skinny is the adjective. Player is the noun. Yes, Rahat. Rakat. Right.
Adverbs.
Okay, adverbs. We can go to adverbs if you want. Adverbs. Now, what do adverbs do?
Modifying the verbs.
They modify. That's a nice word. Modify. They modify. All modify means is the same as describe, or tell us more about, or change. All right. So adjectives modify nouns, and adverbs modify what, Riot? Erecta?
Modify the verbs.
Verbs, and what else? What else do they modify?
Just the verbs.
No, not just verbs. Shahad?
Nouns.
No, nouns is for adjectives.
Adjective.
They modify adjectives too. And what else do they modify?
Adjective and sentence.
No, don't worry about sentences right now. We're just worrying about words. So they modify. So adverbs modify verbs, adjectives, and what else?
Adverb again.
Very good. Outstanding. Adverbs modify. Oh, what happened there? Adverbs modify verbs, adjectives. Okay, so slowly walked. Which word is the adverb?
Slowly. Slowly.
Slowly. Quickly. Give me a second. Come around here. You won't be on camera. You won't be on camera. Come here for a second. Huh? Oh yeah, hold on a second. I'll pause this for a second. Come on, I want, come here. Just come on, they won't be sued. Just right here. Oh no, just still here. How do you pronounce my name? Ragged. All right. I keep on mispronouncing her name. Ragged. Dead. All right. Ragged. All right. Ragged. All right. Okay, so quickly ate. Which word is the adverb?
Quickly.
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 All right. Now, most adverbs end with what?
ly.
Why? Not all of them, because fast is an adverb. Okay. Fast is an adverb. So not all adverbs end in ly, but most adverbs end in ly. So is also an adverb. It could be an adverb also. All right. Now, again, adverbs not only modify verbs, but they modify other adverbs. All right. So let me give you an example. He is so amazingly cute. He's so amazingly cute. He is so amazingly cute. Okay, so here we have an example of, you have so here. You see that so? So is serving as an adverb modifying another adverb. You see that? So amazingly cute. Okay. Or if I put person here, now we have adverb, adjective, noun. You guys see that? So this is serving as an adverb. So this adverb is modifying this adverb, which is modifying this adjective, which is modifying this noun. Everyone see that? Let me make it big. Do another one. Let me see it, make it bigger so you can see it. He is so amazing. He is so amazing. He is a so amazingly cute guy. Let's put it like that, right? So is serving as the adverb. which is modifying another adverb, which is modifying an adjective, which is modifying a noun. So you got adverb, adverb, adjective, noun. Everyone see that?
Yes.
All right. So I just wanted to show you how adverbs modify not only just verbs, but they modify other adverbs, adjectives. Okay. All right. So right now we have, what parts of speech did we have? We said noun. We said pronoun. We said
Right.
adjective.
Adjective.
We said adverb. All right, so we got a couple more. What's next?
Preposition.
Preposition, very good. And what do prepositions do?
In, on.
So examples of
between.
in, on, what else? Behind,
Between.
between,
Up.
up,
Down.
down. All right.
Next.
So what do, yep, what do next to, next, right? What do prepositions do? Just look at those words and they tell us they do what?
Describe place, maybe.
Show direction. All right, show direction.
And conjunction.
Yeah, they show direction. Okay. The phone is between the pillows. The phone is between the pillows. All right, so it's showing us direction, right?
All right.
So we got noun, pronoun, adjective, adverb, preposition. Give me another part of speech. Anyone? Remember, how many do we have?
8.
8. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 3 missing. Noun, pronoun, adjective, adverb, preposition. What's the other 3? All right, Shahad. Conjunction.
Yeah, I want to say that, but I have, for example,
Okay, give me an example.
and, or, as well as.
In, we said in what? What's the other word you said? Or, yes. All right,
as
so
well as.
so conjunctions, they're number one. Before we talk about conjunction, we have to say there are 2 types of conjunctions. Is everyone taking notes? Is everyone taking notes?
Yes.
Teacher, yeah.
Okay, so there are 2 types of conjunctions. You have coordinating conjunctions. And you have subordinators. Okay, and you're going to learn this in your English class this semester if you don't already know. Now, coordinators, what they do is they connect 2 complete ideas. Now, this is an extremely important when we're talking about writing. In fact, Extremely, extremely, extremely important. This concept of complete ideas. You're going to hear me say a lot about this over the next couple of weeks. Complete ideas, complete ideas, complete ideas. And what conjunctions do, or coordinating conjunctions, is they connect two complete ideas. For example, Mary likes cookies and she likes cakes. Mary likes cookies and she likes cakes. Now, what coordinated conjunctions do is like a coordinator, like they're like a manager, and they coordinate the relationship between the two ideas. Okay, they coordinate the relationship between the two ideas. Now, how many ideas do we have? Jude, how many ideas? We got how many? Two. Name one of the ideas in the sentence I just wrote. What's one of the ideas?
Likes cookies.
Likes cookies. Mary likes cookies. And Mazan, what's the other idea in that sentence?
Like cooking.
And what's the
Like cake.
Like cakes. She likes cakes. So that's two ideas. And what this conjunction does, this coordinating conjunction does, is it goes right in the middle of the two ideas with a comma, and it tells us that what the relationship between the two ideas are. Let me give you another example. Mary likes cookies, but she does not like cake. Now, Hanan. Hanan?
Doctor, can
Yes.
I say I'm sorry about delay because there is some problem in the login. Okay, what I have doing now?
Don't worry about it. You just gotta follow us. We'll catch up with you later, okay? Just follow us.
What I can doing now?
Yeah, just pay attention to what's going on, okay?
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Hanan. Hanan, are you there? Caddy. Caddy or Kadai?
Yes.
Are you all right? How many ideas do we have here? How many complete ideas here?
We have a Mary now,
Uh-huh.
and likes may be adjective.
Yeah, no. Just tell me how many ideas do we have? How many ideas do we have in this sentence?
We have two ideas.
Two ideas. What's the first idea?
She likes cookies.
And the second idea?
She doesn't like cake.
All right. How do, what word tells us the difference here? What word indicates the difference?
But.
Now you see the but is the coordinator here, and it tells us that the first idea is going to be what? Different than the second idea, right? Now we go back. What about if we do this? Mary likes cookies or she likes pies. Now, what is the relationship of these two ideas? Lebna, what is the relationship of these two ideas?
Number 2, teacher, yes?
Yes. What's the relationship of these two ideas?
All this is a choices.
Choice.
He like cookies, or maybe he eats cookies or pizza.
Right. So we know the relationship is choice here. Right? Choice. Let's see, do I want to do another one? Murray likes cookies, so she likes candy. What's the relationship here, Muhammad? Muhammad, what's the relationship here? Muhammad. Jude Ali, you got your hand raised?
We use so result.
Results, very good. So we call this cause and effect. Cause and effect. All right. Now, these are coordinating conjunctions. These are coordinating conjunctions, okay? Take these down on your notes. Coordinating conjunctions create compound sentences. Now, all those examples that I've given you were compound sentences. Right? So coordinated conjunctions create compound sentences. And all those examples I gave you were compound sentences. Mary likes cookies and she likes cakes. Okay. N shows N for more information, by the way. All right. So coordinated conjunctions, we know all of the coordinating conjunctions because we have a little acronym we call fanboys. Anybody ever heard of fanboys?
Yes.
Oh, why did it do that? Oh, hold on a second. How do I get it? Let me just start right here. Fanboys. All right. Who said yes?
Raghad.
Rahed. All right. What's the F stands for, Rahed?
4.
4. 4 is for reason. Okay. Anybody want to try the A? All right,
And?
Omar. Okay, and it's for more information. What about the N? Anybody want to try the N? Jude Ali?
It's me, nor.
Nor. Nor means neither. And that means zero. Okay. Anytime you see nor, that means zero. Neither of the two situations happen. All right. Mary does not like cakes, nor does she like pies. So neither or, zero. What about the B? Anybody want to tell me the B, Shahad?
But.
But. And but is what, Shahad? D word, begins with a D. Shows what? The difference between the two sentences, right? The two ideas, difference. Right? Right, Shahad, difference?
Yes.
All right, who wants to try the O? Jude Ali?
Use its choice.
Choice. And that's for what? Or, right? Choice. And why? Anybody want to try why? Shahad, why?
Sorry, I forgot my hand.
Okay. Anybody want to try why?
Maybe yet.
Yet. And yet is for irony. And all irony means is something that you wouldn't expect to happen. Something that you would not expect to happen. Like the fat man won the race. Right? Wouldn't that be ironic if somebody who's really fat won the foot race? Right? You wouldn't expect a fat person to win the race, right? But they won. That would be irony. Or the skinny man won the eating contest, right? He's super skinny. That's ironic. He's super skinny. How did he win the eating contest? Or the rich man is homeless. The rich man is homeless. That would be our irony. So let's just write a sentence with irony real quick. Let's see. Omar is the richest man in Riyadh, yet what? Can somebody finish that for me? Omar is the richest man in Riyadh, yet.
Me?
Yeah, you're the richest man in Riyadh, yet.
My name is not Riyadh.
No, I know. So I'm just joking with you. Omar is the richest man in Riyadh, yet. Can somebody finish that sentence? How can we finish that sentence to make it ironic?
Maybe teacher
Yet,
now. Yet now.
Yet, no, well, give me a whole sentence. Yet he has no home. Right? That would be ironic because he's rich. What do you mean he doesn't have a home? Okay, that would be an example of irony. And then the last one, Jude Ali, you had your hand up.
So.
And so shows us what?
Result.
Yes, so cause and effect. Cause and effect. All right, so because one thing happens, another thing happens. Okay. So these are all coordinating conjunctions. Okay. But how many coordinating conjunctions are there? Can anybody remember? How many coordinating conjunctions are there?
Like also,
There's two. There's two coordinating, excuse me, I'm sorry, wrong question. How many types of conjunctions are there? I'm sorry. How many
Two.
types of, two types of conjunctions? All right. So let's talk about the other ones, and after that, we're going to take a break. So the other type of conjunction is called a subordinator. Now, remember, coordinators manage the relationship of two complete ideas. Right, Jude? Right, Jude?
Yes.
Right, Jada? Right, Jada? Subordinators, they manage the relationship of two ideas, right? To complete ideas. That's what coordinators do. Subordinators, what they do is they make a complete idea incomplete. They make complete ideas incomplete. So that's what subordinating conjunctions do. And unfortunately, unlike coordinators, there's no acronym like fanboys for us to know them all because there's too many. There's a lot of subordinators. So let me give you an example of what I mean by making a complete idea incomplete. Let's take our favorite clause here. Mary. No, you know what? I'm going to do something different. Musad. Musad. Musad Fahad. Are you there, Musad Fahad? Kaida, Katie, Kadai. Are you there, Kadai? Hanan. 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 You hear me?
Yes.
All right, Hanan, give me a short sentence. Give me any short sentence. Can you give me a short sentence? Anyone, anything that comes to your mind.
Any short sentence?
Anything that comes to your mind.
The flowers is beautiful.
The flower is beautiful. That is a sentence. Right, Omar? You agree that's a sentence, Omar? Yes?
Yes,
Muhammad, is
teacher.
that? Yes, that's a sentence. The flower is beautiful. But what if I do this? What if I add the word if? What if I add the word if? If the flower is beautiful, what happens now, Lebna?
Confidential. One. So if you must complete the sentence with comma.
So
if the flower is beautiful. you get mark, or
You
if you write, if you we can answer about the after comma well,
the flower is
but in this
beautiful.
sentence we can't,
What
so
about
you
what
get
about
mark.
this? What about you can
Results,
you can have it, right? What about we say you can
yes,
have it?
you can have it, because I don't have
Okay.
any example to my mind.
Okay, no problem. But hold
Okay.
that idea for a second, Lebna. Forget you can have it for a second, okay?
Like
Let's
it's
look-
reason,
No,
not
no, just hold
reason.
on. Just hold on a second. Just hold on. Let's just look at the flower is beautiful, right?
Yes,
By itself, it's a complete idea, right?
yes.
Okay.
You
But
should complete the idea. We can't
hold on,
stop
hold
about full
on a
stop.
second. No. Just listen to me. Just listen to me.
Yeah, okay.
By itself, it's a complete idea, right? Right?
Yes.
But if I add if, what happens?
You must complete, you should complete with another sentence.
Why?
Because a sentence, if you don't add anything, it can't complete. It's not
Because
user.
because
We can
no,
no meaning.
right. Because when I add if, it no longer becomes, it is no longer a complete idea,
Yeah.
right? So
It's no
if,
meaning, no complete idea.
right. So if is a subordinator. If is what we call a subordinating conjunction.
Yes. Condition.
And that's what subordinators do. They make complete ideas incomplete. That makes
And I
sense, Mohammed?
complete.
Everybody understand that? Khalid, do you understand that? Khalid. Khalid. Good. Musab Fahad, do you understand that? You got it? All right. You guys got to communicate with me so I know you guys there and listening. All right. So that's what subordinators do. They make complete ideas incomplete. All right. All right. So if we go back to our beginning, see. All right, so we go back, we said that conjunctions have two types, coordinators and subordinators, right? Remember, coordinators, they coordinate the relationship between two ideas. And subordinators, what do subordinators do? They make complete ideas incomplete. All right, it's 2:15 now, we've gone a long time. Let's take a 15-minute break. We'll come back at 2:30. We'll come back at 2:30. Now, what I want everyone to do is make sure that you mark the attendance for hour 2 in the Google Classroom. So go to the Google Classroom, to the attendance tab, and mark yourself present for hour number 2. I'm going to shut my camera and mic off. We'll come back at 2:30.
Teacher, now or after or before?
You can do it now. You can do it
Okay.
now.
anybody here? I want to know what I doing now. إيش أسوي الحين يا أخواني؟
سجل التحضير في الكلاس روم، بعدين بريك إلى 2:30.
ما أعرف تحضر من أنا أحضر.
تحضير لازم تفتح على الكلاس روم حقت جوجل، بعدين في
من
كذا
الرابط؟
يجيك إشعار. الرابط موجود في نفس صفحة الإيميل اللي أرسلوا فيها رابط الزوم.
طيب حلو.
صح، أرسلوا رسالة على الإيميل قالوا إن أعطاكم الجدول، وقالوا في رابط روم، بعدين حطوا لك رابط ثاني أزرق، بعدين في تحته باسورد أحمر.
كود أحمر. أيوة
أيوة، أضغط الأزرق الرابط اللي فوقه، بعدين بيجي لك إنك لازم تدخل الكود اللي أعطاك إياه الأحمر دخله، بعدين بيطلع لك إشعار. في إشعارين، الإشعار الأول حق الساعة الأولى أيوة. لازم تحط حسابك أول طبعا، الباسورد حقك.
طيب بعدين؟
بس بعد ما تحط هذه بيحط لك الكود، لازم تحط الكود وتحط الرقم الموجود بالأحمر.
رقم؟
أيوة الكود اللي بالأحمر.
طيب سجل دخول الآن.
حطيت الكود؟
إيه جاني يقول لك انضم إلى الصف.
كيف؟ إيه انضم للصف، انجوي.
بعدها؟
انضم. بعدين حطيت الكود ولا لسه ما طلع لك؟
لا جاني صور وكذا.
كذا كينج سعود صح؟
إيه.
طيب في إشعارين، أنت سويت التحضير حق الساعة الأولى؟
لا ما سويت أي حاجة، أنا ما توني أول مرة أفتح الرابط ذا.
طيب أمس إحنا سوينا ثلاث إشعارات، الساعة الأولى والساعة الثانية والساعة الثالثة. طيب إيش موجود عندك؟ كم إشعار مكتوب 2 hours ولا بدون شيء hours؟
كثير يعني.
فوق ارقى فوق.
أعلى شيء عندي أربعة.
لا جولاي، اليوم 25 جولاي اللي بتاريخ اليوم
25
الميلادي.
أعطاني الساعة 1:25 و1:22 و1:05 دقائق.
لا في كذا بعد يقول لك جولاي 25، بعدين فراغ، بعدين hours بالإنجليزي مكتوب، بعدين في واحد مكتوب. طيب تسوي سكرين شوت وترسلها في الشات هنا.
دقيقة، في ثلاث خيارات.
ايوه
مساحة المشاركات، الواجب الدراسي، الاشخاص. حلو، انا اروح حيت واحدة ثلاث اساسية فوق، ثلاث خيارات.
لا مو هذه، لا الصفحة الرئيسية أول ما تفتح يطلع لك إياها بدون ما تختار الخيارات اللي فوق.
حلو، مساحة المشاركات. ايوه
شوف أنا ما أدري بالعربي كيف يعني إيش مكتوب، لأن سوي سكرين شوت.
مشاركات في الواجبات الدراسية.
ايوه الواجب الدراسي. بعدين
طيب بعدين حيجيك خانات اللي هي مو أول واحدة ولا ثاني واحدة، ثالث واحدة اللي هي حتلاقي فيها التحضير.
يقول وقت آخر تعديل أمس.
أيوة تلاقي فيها هتلاقي فيها مكتوب 25 جولاي، مو لينك الزوم ولا اللي بعده. شايف انت لينك الزوم؟
ما يعطيني بالتواريخ يعطيني بالساعات، الساعة 3 الساعة 2.
طب
أيوة.
مكتوب موعد التسليم 25 يوليو.
دقيقة عندي 24 جولاي بس ما عندي 25 جولاي، ما شفت.
يمكن لأنك ما سويت حقة أمس وما طلعت لك حقة اليوم، ما أدري أتوقع، بس أكيد لازم يطلع لك 25. الدكتور قال إن نحضر حق اليوم.
طيب كيف أسوي؟ أنا جاتني ملفات 2020 ما
صور الشاشة على آخر شيء.
طيب شوف الحين هذه مشكلة ثانية، كيف أصور الشاشة؟
أنت في لابتوب؟
أي أنا في لابتوب. دقيقة بس ثانية. أحد يقدر يغير اللغة يخليها عربي عشان يشوف زي اللي أنا أشوفه؟ الجوال آيفون حيعطيك يجي يطلع لك زي ما يطلع لي. جاتني صور ناس خريجين، أنا ما أدري وش أسوي بعدها.
خليك فوق لا تنزل تحت.
أنا فوق جاتني صورة خريجين سمر.
اطلع منه بعدين ارجع وسجل دخول من جديد تطلع لك التواريخ.
يقول لك تم نشر مهمة دراسية جديدة من أمس. أقسم بالله مشكلة.
أتوقع ممكن ترى تدقي على الرقم اللي مكتوب في الإيميل، نفس صفحة الإيميل في أرقام تحت صح للتواصل أو الاستفسار، ترى يعلمونك الأشياء هذه يعني شلون تسجل وشلون تحضر، تواصل معاهم.
حلو.
بس طبعا قبل ما يخلص وقت الدوام.
أها طيب.
يعني الحين أتوقع هم يخلصون 3 يمكن الدوامات، ممكن الحين تتصل يردون عليك.
الحين الدكتور زعلان يعني ولا إيش؟
لا مو الدكتور زعلان،
هذا اللي أستاذ من إيش اسمه
الحين ريني.
شو
أتوقع
اسمه؟
اسمه ريني، أتوقع اسمه ريني، ما أدري
لازم
ريو
نسميه
أو
ريلي.
ريو.
نسميه ريلي.
هو قال لا، قال سموني دكتور.
طيب دكتور ريني، إذا طلع الاسم غلط بيعدل لي، مو مشكلة.
إيه.
طيب هو كان زعلان؟
لا ما كان زعلان، لا هو أعطانا بريك الحين، هو بيعطينا كل تقريبا 45 دقيقة بريك، بعدين ندخل مرة ثانية ونحضر.
اسمع، انت ما كنت في البداية. في البداية قال اذا ما انت فاهم وحاسس انه الكلاس متقدم في
أيوة.
كلاس غيره، يعني يدخلك انت، ارسل له قول له انه زي كده انا مو مرة فاهم واحسه صعب علي.
أنا شوف. طيب
لك
دقيقة. أنا ممكن مو فاهم عشان ماني جاي من البداية.
ايوه، انت شوف اللي يناسبك، يعني لو ما قدر فهو
ما
يقول
أقدر أحكم، أنا ما أقدر أحكم إني جاي في نص الدرس. فهنا المشكلة، لو إني جاي من بداية الدرس
تلاقي الدرس مسجل برضو في الكلاس روم.
مشكلة ماني فاهم الموقع هذا، كلاس روم ولا شو اسمه.
ممكن تدخل على اليوتيوب تكتب شرح تطبيق كلاس
هسه
روم.
بشوف. يبدأ بالساعة كم الحين الدكتور ذا؟
الحين
احنا
2:30.
هذا حيدرسني في الجامعة
ما أعرف.
عشان لا ياخذ خلفية سيئة. طيب مو مشكلة
لا ما عليك، هو مرة طيب.
ان شاء الله. طيب خلاص الساعة 2:30 انا بشوف لي شرح على هذا شو اسمه الموقع هذا واشوف. السلام عليكم.
Hi, Miss. Hi, teacher.
Hi, man.
Yes, doctor.
Good. All right, I just created a WhatsApp group just in case we had any issues. We could communicate on WhatsApp. I see many of you have joined the group. If you have not joined the group, please join the group. Can somebody say that in Arabic for everyone?
Teacher, where this group?
I put it in the chat. Look in the chat. And I also put it in the Google Classroom. Check the chat messages. All right. Also,
في بنات أو الطلاب في رابط هنا في الشات يدخلنا عشان يدخلنا الجروب واتساب نسوي enjoy.
also, while I'm thinking about it, we are having a chat, live meeting tonight to improve the talking about English in an English group. If you're in Riyadh, you can come tonight at 8 o'clock. I will put the I'll put it in the chat in the WhatsApp group. But it's in Al Manasir by the new IKEA. If you know where the new IKEA is in Al Manasir. We're meeting tonight. It's an English talk group. And you're more than welcome to come. I put the flyer in the chat group. Okay. All right. So let's go, Lubna.
Yes.
Also in the chat, in the WhatsApp chat, make sure you try to speak in English because you write in Arabic. I have to translate and all that stuff. So try to write your messages in English as much as you can. Lubna, can you just can you tell me one thing that we discussed before we took a break?
Okay, we learn part of speech and English language. You said we have 8. The first noun, verb, adjective, adverbs. Also position, then conjunction. We have 2 shapes. Now we describe 1 tips. Now maybe we go to describe the 2.
No, we describe both.
We describe both. Or?
Yeah, we describe both.
Yes.
Coordinating and subordinators. All right. Remember, coordinators. What do coordinators do, Jada? Jada.
Yes.
Yeah, what do coordinating conjunctions do?
Ideas. Many
What?
ideas there, like or and fanboys.
Yeah. So coordinating conjunctions, they coordinate or they manage the relationship between 2 complete ideas. All right. And and what we mean by manage the relationship, they tell us if the 2 complete ideas, and when I say complete ideas, we could call them sentences, 2 sentences joined together as one, right? So think and we call those sentences compound sentences. Compound sentences. So think about as like husband and wife joined together as one, right? Union. All right. And the conjunction, the coordinated conjunction, they tell us about the relationship, whether it's a relationship of difference, that would be but, whether it's a relationship of reason, that would be for, whether it's a relationship of choice, that would be or, whether it's a relationship of irony, that will be yet. Whether it's a relationship of cause and effect, that will be so. Whether it's a relationship of more additional information, that would be and. Okay, so that's what coordinating conjunctions do. They manage the relationship between two ideas and they make those two ideas one. So conjunctions are like glue, or coordinating conjunctions are like glue for sentences. They're like glue for sentences, okay? Then you have subordinating conjunctions. And subordinators, all they do is they make complete ideas incomplete. Now, I want everyone to really focus on this idea of complete ideas, okay? Because it's key. It's key to good writing, all right? And it's also key to good speaking, because when we speak, we want to speak in complete sentences, okay? Especially when we're speaking in a formal setting, we want to speak in complete sentences. So a complete idea is an idea that makes sense, is understandable, okay? It's an idea that is understandable, that makes complete sense. And so complete ideas have subjects and they have verbs. The flower is beautiful, all right? And we'll talk about subjects and verbs in a second, all right? All right, so that's the two types of conjunctions. They're the two types of conjunctions that we have. All right. All right, so somebody give me the list of that we talked about so far. Shahad, what's the first one we talked about?
We talked about
Nouns.
speech of part, nouns.
right,
We
what's-
say description, people, place, things, idea.
And then what's the
And we
next
talk-
one? Noun.
And we talk about verbs and pronouns.
Pronouns.
Verbs mean actions like play, sleep. Pronouns like he, she, it.
Yes.
They replace nouns
Mhm.
in some cases, not all the time. Adjective, she comes before the nouns, and
Okay.
his description the nouns.
Yes.
Adverbs, description verbs and adjective, and also adverbs, but not to description the nouns. The nouns
Yes.
just description by adjective.
Right. Right. And then what else? Which one up? What else one should we talk about? Radka?
We have just one left.
All right, so we got nouns, pronouns. Which one did we miss? We talked about, which one other ones did we talk about?
Introduction, we didn't talk about it.
Yeah, no, give me the ones that we already talked about. Did we talk about
Adverbs, conjunction.
conjunction?
Yes.
What are conjunctions
Adjective.
again? What are conjunctions again?
Okay. Coordinating.
Uh-huh.
Or subordinating.
Yes. So coordinators and subordinators. All right. And then we also talked, did we talk about prepositions?
Yes, we
Yeah.
did.
Prepositions. All right. And so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's one more left. And Rector, I think you want to tell us what the last one is. What is it? Rector, what's the last one? Rector. I'm gonna get this name right.
Rahat.
What's the last one? Anybody know what the last one is? Record.
No problem. Ragad.
Ragad. What's
Yes,
the
yes.
last
You
one?
said
What?
What's the last part of speech?
Conjunction?
No, we said conjunctions, so it's one more left. What's the last one?
Interjection?
Interjection. Anybody know what an interjection does?
Like, wow.
Like wow.
Amazing.
Right. So interjection is this. Stop! Help! Right? That's an interjection. It's just a word that shows strong emotion. Now, for academic writing, we don't use interjections a lot. Interjections are really for creative writing. All right. So we don't use interjections a lot in academic writing, but these other 7 we use all the time. Okay. All right. Now, that they are the 8 parts of speech. And we use these words all the time in the English language, or we use these parts of speech all the time in the English language. Now, as I said earlier, so let me just title this parts of speech. As I said earlier, we want to prepare you for English class and all your classes, all the classes that you're going to take using English, whether it's English or science classes or math classes or philosophy, whatever, history, whatever classes you're going to use in English at the universities, we want to prepare you for that. And one of the big thing is something that I mentioned earlier. So in the next several weeks, we're going to mainly talk about reading comprehension. So we're going to go over a lot of stories, not a lot, but we're going to go over several stories. We're going to talk about building vocabulary and how to comprehend stories. The other thing that we're going to focus on is writing. So you're prepared for the writing that you would have to do in your English classes. So if you understand the parts of speech, you'll be able to understand what you read, right? You'll be able to guess the words that you don't understand, okay? And you will also be able to write more efficiently, all right? So today, I'm going to focus a little bit on writing, just a little bit. And we're going to mainly focus on complete sentences, or excuse me, simple sentences, rather. Simple sentences. All right, so I'm going to get out of this for something, close the whiteboard. And then I'm going to open it back up. New whiteboard. All right. All right, so we're going to focus on, everybody with me? Everyone with me? In the chat box, say yes, yes.
Yes.
Good. All right. So let's look at simple sentences. Now, simple sentences are the most important sentences. Soon, many of you will be writing paragraphs and essays and reports, right? In the essence, the most important sentence that you're going to write is the simple sentence. Now, this is not a rule that I'm going to tell you, but it's a good piece of advice that you should follow. anytime you're writing anything, all right, you should try to make it a simple sentence. All right. All right. You should try to make it a simple sentence. And what do I mean by that? Why do I say that, rather? I say that because simple sentences are easy to understand. Okay. Now, in writing, what I want you guys to understand, whether you're writing in Arabic or you're writing in English or you're writing in Spanish or French or Thai, regardless of what language you're writing in, you always want to write in a manner in which your reader will understand what you're trying to say, will understand what you're trying to communicate. This is very important.
دكتور writing about what?
About anything. It doesn't matter what it's about. Your key, the key that you want people, you always want to write in a manner in which it's easy for your reader to understand. It doesn't matter what you're writing about. It could be a book report. It could be anything. All right. You always want to write in a manner in which people understand. Your reader's going to understand. All right. So the simple sentence is a very easy way, sentence for your readers to understand. Why? Because they should be very simple in ideas. It should be one idea in a simple sentence. All right. We'll talk about the other sentences later on in the weeks, but I want you to mainly focus on writing simple sentences. Okay. Now, simple sentences can be long or they can be short. Okay. But the main thing is that it's very understandable no matter how long the sentence is. It's very understandable. So there's 2 C words that I want you guys to always remember. 2 C words. All right. 2 C words. How many words, Caddy? Kadai?
2.
2. How many words, Mazan? 2. Right? And these words are coherence, all right? Coherence. And what does coherence mean? Does anyone know? Oh, I don't need that A there. I spelled it wrong. What does that what does coherence mean? Coherence, just think of the word clear. Now, when you look out a window, Musab Fahad, when you look out a window and you're trying to see something, do you want that window to be clean or dirty?
Clean.
You want it to be clean. So you can what? So you can see through it. Right? You want it to be clean so you can see through that window. But that's the same thing in writing. When you write, look at every sentence as a window. It's a window that allows your reader to see what you're trying to say. It's a window that allows your reader to see what you're trying to say. Okay, so that means we need that window to be clean all the time. So when we're writing, we always write for coherence. We're always writing for coherence. And that means clear, understandable. That everything that we say is clear and understandable. Okay. Now, a part of that clear and understandable is another C word, but this is not one of the C words. This is not the two. It's concise, which is very important. I should say 3 C words, actually. Let's change that to 3 C words. Let's cross the 2 out and make it 3. Because this word concise is also very important. It's also extremely important. And all concise means less is best. You hear me, Omar? Less is best. Everybody got that? Less is best.
Yes, teacher.
All right. Less is best. Less is best.
Less is more.
What do I mean by less is best? Meaning when we write, our sentences must be clear so our reader can see what we're trying to say. And we want to use the least amount of words possible. We want small sentences. We don't want to use a lot of words. So this is where having a good vocabulary is very important if we want to be good writers. If we want to be good writers, we have to have a good vocabulary so we can start using the least amount of words. Let me say that again. If we want to be really good writers in any language, even Arabic, even French, even Spanish, even Chinese, if we want to be good writers, we have to have a strong vocabulary. So we should use the least amount of words. That's right, Basil. Very few words to say what we're trying to say, to describe what we're trying to describe. And they must be the best words to say what's in our minds. So good writers use a few amount of words. And we call that conciseness. Because the more concise we are, the more coherent, clear we are. And again, this is not just for English, this is for every language when you're writing. One of the worst things that teachers do is give their students a word count. Write 500 words, write 3 pages, write 10 pages, write 100 pages. This is bad. Because the best writer can say and communicate and write what they intended to using few words. And this is the writer that should get all the points. Not the writer that can write 30 pages, but the writer who can take those 30 pages and turn them into 3 pages. This is even the case when you're speaking. This is even the case when you're speaking. When you're speaking, you want to use the least amount of words possible so your reader can understand what you're trying to say. So one of the things I always tell students is to remember this little quote, is the message sent the message received. So you always want to think about your reader, your listener, when you're writing and when you're speaking. Are they going to understand what I'm saying out my mouth? Are they going to understand what I'm writing? And if we know anything about people, people have very short attention spans. Some of you are falling asleep right now. So if we want to be effective writers, if we want to be good writers and good speaking, we build our vocabulary. That means we have to start reading. Because when we start reading, our brains start to build a vocabulary. So when we go to write, we have the words, we have the vocabulary necessary to be concise. We have the vocabulary necessary to be concise. To ensure that the message sent is the message received. So, what I'm trying to communicate to you is the reality that in order to be a good writer, whether it's in English, whether it's in Arabic, whether it's in Spanish, whether it's in Chinese, whether in whatever language, you have to start reading and you have to start listening. Reading will allow you to build a vocabulary. It will also allow you to see how other people write their sentences, how other people communicate and build a thought, the strategy that people use when they write, the words people use, the sentence structure people use. It will allow you to build your ideas. Now notice one thing, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not talking a lot about grammar. Because believe it or not, the least important part of writing and speaking is grammar. That's the least important. I'm not saying it's not important, because it is important. But it is the least important part of speaking. Again, in any language, including English. You cannot learn English through grammar. And you definitely cannot learn how to write through grammar. How you will learn how to write is through building ideas. Is through having something meaningful to say. By wanting to say something. And the only way you're going to have something meaningful to say is through listening and reading other people's ideas. So when you have something to say, it is clear and understandable, and it is concise, using the least amount of words. Now, that's all that, well, that is, I see 3 C words. Coherence, clear, concise. Clear and coherent mean the same thing. Concise, using the least amount of words possible. What is the other C word that I want to talk about as it relates to writing? It's a C word called cohesion. So the two main C words in writing is coherence and cohesion. Now, what is cohesion? Well, cohesion means to bring things together. Right? To bring things, ideas together. Right? Like glue. Like glue, cohesion. So when we're writing a paragraph, an essay, we want to make sure that all those ideas are related. So there's strategies that we use to ensure that we have good cohesion, and that you're going to hear this a lot in the university in your English class, to ensure that we don't break unity. Okay. That means if I'm talking to you about baking a cake, I'm not going to mention baking cookies. I'm not going to talk to you about or explain how to bake cookies when my purpose is to explain to you how to bake a cake. So cohesion is making sure that all the ideas are related. If I'm talking about Batman in the DC universe, I'm not going to mention anything about Spider-Man in the Marvel universe. If in fact, my idea is to talk about Batman in the DC universe. So the two main C words are coherence and cohesion. Coherence is to make sure the idea is clear, that every sentence is clean. It's a clean, clear window that allows your reader to see what you're trying to communicate. Another C word that's important in writing is conciseness. Concise. Be concise. Omar, what does being concise mean?
Least as best.
Right. Using the least amount of words, what? Excuse me. Using the least amount of words possible to explain or describe your idea. Okay. That's why simple sentences are so important in writing. Simple sentences are extremely important in writing because they allow us to be coherent, and they allow us to make sure we have good cohesion. And they allow us to be concise. I love those C words in writing. Cohesion, conciseness, coherency, clear, cogent. So let's look at some examples of what I'm talking about. Simple sentence.
Teacher, you
Hanan,
choose or we answer.
no, I'm gonna write one right now. Hanan smiles. Jude Bagash. Jude Bagash. Jude, is that a sentence? Hanan smiles?
Yeah, no.
Why?
Oh, yes.
Yes or no?
Hanan smile.
Smiles. Hanan smiles. That's not a sentence, or that is a sentence?
No, it's a sentence.
Why is it a sentence?
Oh,
Can you tell me why it's a sentence?
no.
Okay, good. Thank you for being honest. Well, it is a sentence. It doesn't have a lot of information, but it is a sentence because it communicates an idea, smiling, and it gives us who, the subject. So every sentence should have, and especially a simple sentence, should have a subject and a verb.
Subject,
Hanan,
verb, object.
it doesn't even need an object. You don't even need
Yes.
you don't even need an object. A sentence could be 2 words. Hanan smiles. Doesn't give us a lot of information, but still it's a sentence because we know what Hanan is doing. Hanan is smiling. But we can build on it and we can say, Hanan smiles at her mother. Okay. Now, in this sentence, is this still a simple sentence? Mazan,
No.
is this, no? No, it's not, it's no longer a simple sentence?
Longer, yes, longer.
It's longer, yes. The sentence is longer. Hanan smiles at her mother is still a simple sentence. Why? Because it still only has one simple subject, Hanan, and one simple verb, smiles. At her mother, can anybody tell me what at her mother is? That's
Object.
a phrase. That's a phrase. And we call it, can anybody guess what type of phrase we call this? Lebna, can we guess what type of phrase we call this phrase?
It's not simple sentence.
It's not?
Can you repeat, teacher, the sentence? I
said, what type of phrase do we call this phrase here? At her mother.
You mean I complete the sentence?
No. Listen to what I'm saying. So we got this sentence here. Hanan smiles at her mother. That's a sentence. But this right here, this part right here, at her mother, that's a phrase within the sentence. What type of phrase is that? Do you know?
You asked me about what's mean the phrases.
What I'm asking you, what type of phrase is it?
What type of phrases?
Let me ask you a question, Lebna. Do you know what part of speech? Listen, Lebna. Do you know what part of speech? Do you know what part of speech at is? Anybody remember at? What part of speech is it?
At, yes, preposition.
It's a preposition. Very good. You're right. I don't know why I keep on doing that. It's a
So this is the answer? Type.
So So
Phrases.
what type of phrase is it?
Preposition.
Prepositional phrase.
Yeah, so what's mean? I didn't understand.
Okay, so we call Shahad. You have something to say, Shahad?
I know it's a phrase of participle, I think.
Yeah, but let's not get too complicated. But this is a prepositional phrase. All right. And the reason why it's a prepositional phrase is because this phrase begins with a preposition. Make sense? Because at is a preposition. Okay. Now, the main point I want to show you is that what is the main part of this sentence? Hanan smiles at her mother. What is the main part of the sentence?
The first part.
The first part, absolutely. All right. This is our main part. And then everything else we build off of the main part. Right? Because this can stand alone, Hanan smiles. But we need, somebody said modifier earlier, right? Modify. So we need more ideas to modify and give us more information about Hanan smiling. And in this case, it's Hanan smiles at her mother. Okay. It's still a simple sentence, but you can build on a simple idea by adding phrases. Now remember, at her mother is only a phrase. It is not a sentence. Why? Because every sentence must have what? Can anybody tell me what every sentence must have?
Doctor,
Every
you mean,
sentence must have, yes.
you mean parts of speech, noun and place, you mean that or no?
No, every sentence must have what? What do they need to include?
Need he or she or it.
Right.
Okay.
That's called, yes, you're right. You're right.
After
That's called a subject. Yes, you're right. That's called a subject.
Subject, yes. After that,
Okay.
is or are or كذا,
Right.
or anything
And that's
about.
called a verb.
Yes.
So every sentence must have a subject and a verb.
And verb.
Yes. If you look at this prepositional phrase here, does it have a subject and verb? No, it does not have a subject and verb. Okay, so you might ask, well, what's a subject? A subject is a person, place, thing, or idea that is doing an action.
Yes, doctor.
Okay, so a subject is a person, place, or thing that is doing an action. Now, look at this sentence again. Hanan smiles at her mother. There are two nouns and one pronoun in this sentence.
Yes.
Right?
Hanan is his mother.
However, Hanan and mother. However, there's only one subject because there's only one noun, one person, place, or thing or idea that's doing the action, and that's Hanan. Her mother's not doing anything. Not in this sentence anyway. So Hanan is the only one that is doing an action, which is smiling. That's why Hanan is the subject. Her mother is just a part of the prepositional phrase. Everyone understand that?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
So what I want everyone to do in the chat box right now, in the chat box, I want to see everyone, write a simple 2-word sentence. Just
In the
2
chat?
words.
Right.
In the chat box. In the chat box. 2 words. No, just a 2-word sentence. Write a 2-word sentence.
Like Hanin and his mother.
Like Hanan smiles. Like Hanan smiles. So I want everyone to write a 2-word sentence.
Okay. Write it in chat.
Yes, in the chat. Mazan looks. Ahmed run. Rahad bakes. These are all good. Mazan looks. Omar talks. Jada eats. Shahar reads. I only want 2 words, Shahar, just 2 words. Shahar reads. Jude cooks. I think that's cooks. Lebna books. Trad listens. Listens. Musab plays. Shahar reads. Shahar reads. Musab plays. Khalid plays. Plays. Is that everyone? I think that's everyone. All right. So very good. Now you notice, well, how do I get back? Now notice, notice I wanted to make sure I said plays. Jude chants. The S, why do we have the S at the end of every last one of those verbs? Can anyone tell me why we need the S at the end of those verbs?
Because it's a single.
Because it's singular. Very good. Because it's singular. All right. So when you have a singular subject, Carrie drinks. Jude chants. Khaled plays. When you have a singular subject, you need a singular verb. And for regular verbs like plays, all the verbs that you guys use, you need an S. Because an S means singular at the end of regular verbs. All right. Now, if you have more than one subject, then you would not add the S. Because without the S, it's plural. More than one. Okay. But we'll talk about subject-verb agreement later. Okay. Now, because you guys did such an excellent job on that, I want you guys to do this. Now, just like I did with Hanan smiles at her mother, give me a prepositional verb. Excuse me, a prepositional phrase. So, Khalid plays with his brother. Musab plays between studying. All right. So I want you guys to give me a prepositional phrase with the subjects or verbs you just used. Try it out. Okay, Rahat bakes a cake. Okay, that's not a prepositional phrase. Rahat, let's say Rahat bakes a cake with her mother. Or what about Rahat bakes a cake with her mother? right? With her mother. Ahmed plays at the corner. Very good, Basil. Jetta eats in her grandmother's house. Very good. Omar plays with his friends. Excellent. Khaled plays with his brother. With his brother. Not him brother, his brother. Khaled plays with his brother. Uh-huh. Anybody else want to try it out? Try. How do you pronounce it? Is that trad? Trad? Trad listens and reads. No, I'm looking for a prepositional phrase. So trad listens underneath the table. Trad listens to his music underneath the table. That's one. Carrie reads at her school. Very good, Carrie. Jude reaches her mother's phone. Okay, that's not a preposition. Give me reaches. Oh, Jude reaches. What if we put at Jude, Ali? Jude reaches at her mother's phone. Now we have a prepositional phrase because at is a preposition. Musab plays with his brother. See, you said right trad. Okay, right. Right trad. Trad listens underneath his table. Trad listens underneath his table. Okay. Or you can say Trad listens to music. That'd be a prepositional phrase too. All right, because to is a preposition, right? So Trad listens to music. Shahad plays with her sister. Mazan looks at her sister. Very good. Jude plays with his dad. Very good. Hanan reads books with her sister. Reads books or reads a book, Hanan. Reads books or reads a book. Okay, don't forget our article, our determiner. All right. Excellent. Excellent. Well, all these sentences are simple sentences. In the living room. There you go, try it. Listens and reads in the living room. In the living room. Shahad listens to Lena Del Rey with her sister. Very good. Very good. Now, the one thing I don't see you guys doing is putting a punctuation. So make sure we end all those sentences with full stop. Khaled plays with his friends. Okay. Khaled plays with his friends. Okay. So make sure we put full stops at the end of every sentence. We put a full stop. You see, I put my full stop. So you put your full stop at the end of every sentence. Right? We need a punctuation at the end of every sentence. All right? So these are simple sentences. Okay. Simple sentences are very important because, again, most of the sentences that you should be writing, whether you're writing a paragraph or a report or anything, most of them should be simple. I like to say about 60% of the sentences you write and anything you write at any level, whether it's the first grade or or graduate school, most of your sentences should be simple. Most of your sentences should be simple. Let me show you another simple sentence. The United States government looks to protect the Ukraine at any cost. All right, let's look at that sentence. The United States government looks to protect the Ukraine at any cost. At any cost. I think there's no S right there. At any cost. That's also a little bit longer sentence, but it's still a simple sentence. Why? Because we got one simple subject and one simple verb. Muzan, what's the subject of this sentence?
The United States.
United States.
The United
Government.
States.
Government, right? The United States government. All right.
Yes.
And let's see who else. Muhammad, what's the verb of this sentence? Basil, what's the what's the verb of the sentence? Basil,
Yes, teacher.
what's the verb of this sentence?
Looks.
Looks. All right. Now notice again, the subject. This is the subject. And this is the verb. And they agree. This is a singular subject. And this is a singular verb. Okay. What if we did this? Ford, Toyota, and Honda sell the most SUVs throughout the world. All right. Hanan, what type of sentence is that? Hanan,
Yes, doctor.
what type of sentence is the last sentence I wrote? Ford, Toyota, and Honda sell the most SUVs throughout the world. You know what type of sentence that is?
Yeah. This is
Jada, you want to help her out? Jada? Can you, Jada, do you know what type of sentence this is?
Give me options.
Is it a compound sentence?
I don't know.
It's a simple sentence. It's a simple sentence. It's still a simple sentence. Why? How many subjects do we have this time?
One about cars.
But how many subjects do we have?
3.
3. What are they?
Ford, Toyota, Honda.
And how many verbs do we have?
Sell.
So, all right. Now, because we have 3 subjects, that means we have a plural subject, right? Plural subject. Because we have 3 of them. That means we what? We need a plural verb, right? And sell is plural, right? Sells would be singular, but sell is plural. Make sense?
Yes.
All right. All right. I think did we learn anything today?
Yes.
What I want
Yeah.
what I want you to do in the chat box right now is write one thing that you learned today, and just one thing that you learned today in the chat box. All right, simple present. Hazel says simple present. Tried says parts of speech. Mazan says parts of speech. Omar, the 3 C words. I love the 3 C words. Shahad, parts of speech. Tried the 2 C words. Yeah, I started off with 2, then I changed it to 3. Nouns. Jada, parts of speech. Anyone else? How to form a simple sentence. Rughead, what did you learn anything today, Rockhead? The 2 types of conjunctions? Yes. Khalid, what did you learn today? Jada, simple sentence, adjectives. Bagash, what did you learn today? Jude Ali, how to write a short and simple article. Jude Bagash, what did you learn today? Musaf Fahad, pronouns, good. Jude Bagash. All right, I think she's thinking, which is good. That means she run a lot. Adjectives. All right. All right. So a recording of this session will be available in the Google Classroom. Okay. I'm going to stop here because I didn't give you a break the second time. So we're going to stop here today. All right. Tomorrow, what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit more about sentences. I'm going to have you write some more sentences, simple sentences, and then we're going to look at the beginning of a story so we can start looking at building vocabulary and learning how to deal with reading comprehension. So tomorrow we're going to be looking at a story, and we're going to be looking at vocabulary, but we're going to start off with continuing writing simple sentences. Are there any questions right now?
No, thank you, teacher.
No questions? Any questions?
I have, can I ask you?
Sure.
You know, Classroom Google?
Yes.
I don't know how I can use it. Okay.
How you to log on?
No. I don't know how I can use it. Okay.
Are you in the classroom now? Did you register for the classroom?
Now?
Yeah, are you in the classroom? Did you sign up for the classroom?
Classroom Google?
Yes.
I will open it now.
Okay. It's
I open-
very easy. So let me show you. Let me show you really quickly. Everyone else, make sure you signed in from hour 2. Actually, before you leave the meeting, we're gonna have you sign in for hour 3. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna put hour 3 up right now. So don't leave yet. All right, so I want everyone to log in to Google Classroom, sign in, take the attendance for hour 3. So you should have did hour 1, hour 2, and hour 3. So we know you were here for all 3 hours. My friend, let me show you how to start off in the Google Classroom. All right, so this is the Google Classroom, right? Here is the code. Do you know how to get in the classroom?
No, teacher.
Okay, so let me put the code for you. I'm gonna put it in the chat box now. So here's the link for the Google Classroom. And then if it asks you for a code, here's the code. I'm going to put it in the chat box. I'm also going to put it I'm also going to put that link and code in the WhatsApp group. All right, I put it also in the WhatsApp group. Let me put the code there also for you. All right, this is the code. So you had the code. You have the code and the link in both the Google Class in the chat, and then also in the WhatsApp group. All right. So basically, all you have to, this is a resource for you. This is where you can find, you use this, you go to classwork, the classwork tab. There's an introduction. You can read the attendance policy. Here you could join the WhatsApp group. Here's the link, the Zoom link for every class. Here's the stories that we're going to talk about. Here is the attendance tabs for each day that you have to do when I tell you to do them. So like today, you should have done this one, and this one. Hours 1, 2, and 3. Here's the homework tab. Anytime I assign homework. Here are some of the lessons that we go over. Although I'm kind of amending, changing some of those lessons. Here's where you find the recorded sessions. All right. And here are resources. This resource is for writing. This resource is for reading. This is for read theory, and this is for extra help. Okay. So we just use this as a place where we put information for you to practice more and have access to all the links. Okay. Lubna, you have a question?
Yes, teacher, I have a question. We have a schedule about what type we study in this 3 weeks.
Do we have a what? The schedule?
Schedule for a subject we study or the types total.
So is there, you talking about a syllabus? There's no such syllabus because I'm trying to just go, because we have too many people that have different abilities. I'm just going over what you basically need for next school year. So everything that I covered are all the skills that you would need that's going to help you do well in your English classes next school year.
Yeah, but
Okay.
we don't have exactly topics.
Yep, so all the exact topics you can find in the Google Classroom. They're all in, if you look in those days, they're all in the Google Classroom.
Okay.
Right?
Thank
But
you.
here's what I want you guys to understand. There's no test here, okay? This is just a preparation for you when you go into your classrooms in August and September. All right. So everything I'm going to show you now are the basic things you need to do well in your English and other classes in English. All right. So basically all your classes. Okay. So
Okay,
if you pay attention and follow, you're going to do well. Yes, try it.
How I can prepare in the classroom Google? How I can prepare me?
Prepare.
Yes.
Yeah, you just go around those links in the Google Classroom and
because I don't know how I can use it. I didn't know how I can use Classroom Google.
How to get in? I just gave you the link to sign in. Use it. All you need to do is use it for attendance, and I just showed you how to do that. Right? So again, this is the Google Classroom. Right here. You might start with this tab. You go to the classwork tab. You could do your attendance here. All right.
Right.
Here's the link for Zoom.
Yes.
For the group.
Yes.
All right.
Prepare.
In all of these tabs, I will walk you through them. So you don't have to prepare for anything. When we're not on the Zoom call, if you want to practice yourself, you can use this tab right here. These tabs are practice tabs where it says resources. You scroll at the bottom, and these are all practice tabs. So activities for writing, for reading comprehension. And the study packs are all for different levels. Okay.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
You said that we have something tonight.
Yeah. You know, you don't have to go, it's optional if you want, and if you're in Riyadh, I put it in the Google Classroom. Did you see it in the Google Classroom? I mean, not Google, but the WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Yeah. Bad habits.
Bad habits, yes. Bad habits in English, speaking English. So basically, it's just a group that meets, and we're going to be talking and answering questions about about English, the English language, is mainly in speaking. Mainly speaking.
Oh, but you say in IKEA, the Monisia.
Yes, that's where that's the location. It's, oh, you know what? They don't have the location here, do they? Let me put the location. Let me send you the
That's
location.
great, because the IKEA is near my house. 5 minutes, maybe.
The new one. I'm talking about the new one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send you the direct location. It's right in front of the IKEA.
You'll be in there in IKEA? You'll be in IKEA?
I will be there. I will be there tonight. Yes, inshallah.
Oh, inshallah. We'll meet you.
Pleasure. All right.
Me
Any
too.
other questions?
No, thanks,
Teacher,
Dad.
it's online, this event.
Unfortunately, no, it's not going to be online. It's just live, fortunately.
So we don't open anything online. I can't see you and online.
No, it's just
This
it's just
event.
live. It's just live, unfortunately.
Doctor, what time is the event?
8 p.m. 8 o'clock tonight.
8 p.m. Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Doctor.
I'll send everyone the link. And again, it's unfortunately it's only for folks who are in Riyadh.
Which city the event?
Riyadh.
Okay.
All right. We'll see everyone tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you.